Welcome to Ag Tech Talk by AgriBusiness Global, where we explore the cutting-edge technologies and global crop protection industry. I'm your host, Lauren Milligan, content specialist for AgriBusiness Global. Today, we'll be talking with Maria McWhorter, who leads the North America Ag Division at Kynetec, about the latest trends in ag tech adoption, what's gaining traction, where the biggest opportunities lie, and the challenges farmers face in implementing new technologies. I'm here with Maria McWhorter of Kynetec. Can you introduce yourself and your company?
Sure. Like you said, I'm Maria McWhorter. I lead our North America Ag Division for Kynetec. We're a global leader in agriculture market research and data insights, helping companies understand what's really happening on the ground, how farmers make decisions, what trends are shaping the industry, and where ag is headed in North America, as well as EMEA, LATAM, and APAC.
Let's dive into our topic. Which ag tech solutions would you say are leading the way globally in adoption? And are there specific ag technologies or categories gaining more traction than others?
Sure. Ag tech adoption is a topic of great interest for many of our clients. We conduct several market insight projects in this area each year. And one thing is clear, precision ag continues to dominate, but there are a few categories that are really gaining traction. Precision ag technologies are really leading the way. GPS-guided machinery and precision irrigation spraying, those are game changers because they help farmers optimize inputs to be more efficient and reduce costs. Then I'd say farm management platforms. These are really becoming essential because they pull in multiple data sources like weather, crop monitoring, analytics, so farmers can make more informed real-time decisions. And then finally, I'd say drones. It's more than just a trend. Drone adoption is growing, especially for crop monitoring and spraying, because they provide real-time insights and can reduce labor costs.
Wonderful. Now, we mentioned that drones are frequently mentioned as an emerging trend. What does your research say about their adoption in different regions and countries?
Yes, for more than a decade, drones have been talked about as the next big thing in ag. And now we're finally seeing some real momentum. But the level of implementation definitely varies across regions and countries. In the U.S., we see cautious optimism. In a study we recently conducted to better understand perceptions on robotics, we interviewed over 300 farmers across 30 states. Nearly 40% of respondents say they are considering drones, but actual use is still limited to larger corporate-style operations and to consultants. Meanwhile, China is really leading the way with large-scale deployment, covering about 200 million hectares with drones. In India, adoption is just getting started, but growth is expected to really take off. About 3,000 drones are in use there today, and the government is actively supporting expansion with extended approvals and safety guidelines. And finally, Africa. This continent country is still facing several hurdles. Limited technical expertise and regulatory barriers are slowing adoption there, but public-private partnerships could really help bridge that gap. Our experts in the advanced analytical team of Kynetec, they like to consider multiple data sources and employ sophisticated projection techniques. We estimate that drone adoption will grow at an annual rate of 15 to 20%, potentially driving the market value to $10 billion by 2030.
When interviewing growers, what are the top reasons they hesitate to adopt ag tech?
Yes, in anticipation of this discussion, of this question, I reviewed some findings from our recent studies. That robotics study I mentioned earlier, as well as that was conducted in the U.S., also took a look at some studies we conducted in Europe, UK, Germany, and France around AI use in agriculture, looking at some of the barriers. So really, what's the biggest barrier that comes to mind? You guessed it, it's cost. Farmers won't invest unless they're confident that they'll see a return. Many want to see proof, often from their peers, before making that leap. Next, I would say complexity comes up quite a bit, especially for ag tech. It's another barrier. New technologies often require significant time and effort to learn and integrate into daily operations. That brings us to the next challenge, which is compatibility concerns. That definitely plays a role with growers. They're unsure if the new tools and new tech will seamlessly work with their existing equipment and systems. And then there's connectivity. It's still a huge challenge. Take Brazil's Central West, where patchy network coverage makes it tough to rely on high-tech solutions. While options like Starlink are emerging, we're still a few years away from widespread coverage. And then finally, I would say barriers include technical expertise and regulatory barriers, especially in emerging markets. It can add further hesitation for farmers. They lack the necessary training, and the policies are always clear around new technology.
Wonderful. Some ag tech innovations, such as laser-based solutions, appear to make crop protection chemistries less relevant. On that note, do you foresee a major reduction in chemical use over the next, say, 10 years?
Yes, that's definitely true. We're definitely seeing innovations in this space. Things like optical spraying and autonomous weeding could reduce chemical use. Will it be a game changer? That really depends on two things, cost and effectiveness. We do believe volumes could suffer. However, values could increase as R&D-based solutions and greener innovations in crop protection grow. So we might be seeing more of a flattish trajectory rather than a reduction in the overall market size.
If you had to give one key takeaway for companies investing in ag tech, what would it be?
I would say technology adoption in ag, it isn't just about innovation. It's about solving real problems for farmers. I think the companies that will win in ag tech won't just innovate, they'll solve real problems. If it's too expensive, too complicated, or doesn't fit in with what farmers are already doing on their operations, adoption will stall. So really the key is make it affordable, make it simple, and make it seamlessly integrated into farmers' operations.
Thanks for listening to Ag Tech Talk by AgriBusiness Global. Stay connected with the latest in ag tech and crop protection by following us on LinkedIn and visiting agribusinessglobal.com for more insights and updates. Until next time.